A hero named Floria once helped a stork, the king of the storks. To thank him, the stork gave Floria a feather which he could use to bring the stork to help him if he ever encountered any danger. Într-o zi, eroul s-a aflat într-un mare pericol. He remembered the stork's gift. He took the feather in his hand and waved it. At once, the stork appeared in front of Floria and asked him,
"What can I do for you?"
"The king has ordered me to bring him the water of life and the water of death," Floria answered.
"This is possible. I'll certainly do it for you," the stork promised.
Returning to his palace, the king of the storks asked all the storks if they had seen or heard about the mountain where there were fountains of the water of life and the water of death.
All the storks looked at each other, but none of them had ever seen or heard anything of the water of life or the water of death. Până la urmă, o barză cu un singur picior și cu un singur ochi a înaintat și a spus:
"Your Majesty, I have been there, where the mountains knock against each other, and the proof of that is my blinded eye and my crooked leg." The king of storks turned to the young and strong storks and asked,
"Is there anyone among you who would run the risk and go to these mountains to bring the water?"
All the storks were silent. At last, the lame stork said to the king,
"For your sake, O Master King, I will again put my life to danger and go."
"Do you really believe, clipped and broken as you are, that you will be able to carry out my command?"
"I will certainly try," the crippled stork answered and added, "You must bind meat for my food on my wings, and tie 2 bottles to my legs for the water."
The king was very pleased and did as the stork asked. He tied meat on his wings for his journey, and the 2 bottles were fastened to his legs.
"Good luck," the king wished the stork as he rose up into the sky and flew away.
After a long journey, the stork saw huge mountains in the distance, which shook the earth each time they knocked against one another. When the mountains had moved back a little before knocking against one another, the stork readied himself to plunge into the depths and get the water. But suddenly a swallow approached him from the heart of the mountain and said,
"Do not go a step further. I am the guardian spirit of these mountains, appointed to save every living creature that has the misfortune to come near them."
"What am I to do then, to be safe?" asked the stork.
"You must wait till noon, when the mountains rest for half an hour. At that time, you must rise up as high as possible into the air and drop down straight to the bottom of the mountains. Then, dip your bottles into the fountains and wait until they are filled. Then rise up quickly, but don't touch the mountain wall."
The stork did as the swallow told him. He filled his bottles with water, but just when he had almost reached the top of the mountain, he touched a pebble. At that moment, the 2 mountains closed furiously upon him, but they only caught his tail. It took all the stork's strength to wrench himself free.
El a ajuns la palatul regelui berzilor. Toate berzile s-au adunat în fața regelui, așteptând să vadă ce s-a întâmplat cu barza cea șchioapă și oarbă. Când au văzut-o întorcându-se, au observat că și-a pierdut coada și au început cu toții să râdă.
However, the king was overjoyed with the exploits of his faithful messenger. He turned angrily toward other storks and said,
"Why are you mocking him? Just turn around and see where your tails, and you have not lost them. Honorable away as this faithful messenger of mine."
The storks turned around. Each and every one of them had lost their tails. And that is why they have all remained without their tails to this very day.
Tradiția populară românească consideră că berzele au coada scurtă deoarece este necesar să respect all people. If you don't respect them, you'll be punished. Bunătatea se răsplătește cu bunătate, iar răutatea prin răutate. The hero Floria helped the king of storks and the king repaid Floria's goodness. Atâta timp cât berzele cele tinere au batjocorit barza cea bătrână, acestea au rămas fără coadă. Vă mulțumim!